Ladies and gents, welcome back to the TSI YouTube channel and Happy New Year to you all. We are starting 2026 with a brand new save, as you can see on screen. It is going to be a player career mode. We are going to start life at Sheffield Wednesday and we're going to be playing as a central midfielder slash cam in that attacking midfield role. Fear not though, the other save will still continue. The plan is to merge the two together and we'll have multiple uploads throughout the week and we'll run them alongside each other. I got some feedback from the guys that watch the videos in the Discord, and that is what they have asked for. If you want to get involved in future decision makings like that, future save ideas, what clubs we go to, what positions we play, get yourself down in the Discord. The link is down below. And whilst you're down there as well, please do subscribe to the channel. Let's start off 2026 with hitting 700 subscribers as we make a real push for that 1K this year. So as we said, we're starting as a central midfielder. We start as a 69 rated player. We've got a couple of attributes to put on. I think key for us, let's make sure vision is on, and let's also do probably some tackling is probably required a little bit. So let's do some tackling as well, because we'll need to improve that as we go forward. So we'll get them confirmed and we'll have a little look at where we are. Of course, Sheffield Wednesday looking to hopefully avoid relegation as they are facing real life, of course, with those multiple deductions because of the previous ownership. So looking to hopefully bring some joy to Sheffield Wednesday fans across the virtual world of football along the way. We'll have a look at the personality traits to try and decide what we want to be. There is our player. We've got one option to do. We've got Maverick, Heartbeat, and Virtuoso, whatever they mean. So I'm thinking we could go as a dead ball specialist and try and become the free kick taker. I think to start, passing is obviously a massive part of what we're going to try and do. So passing would be one we look at going for. Maybe tick attacker, short distance ground pass, highly accurate. I think we want to be a playmaker in the midfield. Inventive, not a bad option in terms of becoming a bit more of a flair player. Slide tackle, I don't think we'll do right now. So I'm thinking, well, we could go incisive pass, through pass. We could try and get them behind the lines. I think we'll go tick attacker for the first one. And we'll try and break through those lines to become that pivotal role. Of course, we've got no money at the minute. First wages haven't come in. This is our current contract that we are working towards. So we're just looking to play contracts. Try and get a new contract if we can for that second season. Nothing more to write home about there. Put in some good performance. I'm expecting we'll probably start on the bench for the first few games. They'll look at the table, of course, starting down 18th. No games played yet. The little fixtures that will come your way to kick start this season. I'm expecting pre-season will probably get sprinkled in here. It's Leicester away first up, for Stoke at home, Wrexham away, and Swansea at home. I think we'll probably follow a similar suit to what we've done with the other save. Of course, if you haven't checked out that save, there is a playlist for it down below, where what I think we'll do is we'll obviously go around, we'll play 3 of them, simulate 2, depending on if we start on the bench. If we start on the game, we might just play 5 with the minutes that we've got, but we'll adjust it as we go. We have a decision to make here in terms of a little boost. So motivate teammates, 3 different options with different, but obviously so we're not Maverick. So Heartbeat is probably the one we want to prioritize here. So I think we'll go with that one. What that does do is give us another couple of options for some play styles. So I think what I might do is, I think we will go for the dead ball specialist and try and see if we can get on free kicks. And then we'll also go with intercept, I think, as well, because, again, we need to be not only a playmaker, but we need to dictate play, we need to control play. So they are the 3 that we will start with as our midfield journey continues. New message from our agent. Don't need to worry too much about that. New items available. Of course, we'll buy some of these. They help with some of the rewards as we go. But, of course, we've only got £2,000 in the bank account right now. I don't think at this stage there's anything else that I really need to show you or we need to go into. So I'll pass forward. We'll get forward to the first game of the season, maybe a game of pre-season ahead of that. Our first training session as a Sheffield Wednesday player. We're just playing a bit of hot potato with the squad just to try and get some points up. We will do some training. I won't probably show you most of the training as we go because it's pretty boring if I'm being completely honest with you. So we won't do too much of it, but I thought as this is our first training session as a Sheffield Wednesday player, that we would show you this one as we're just working the ball around, just trying to keep the ball, working with our new teammates to try and make something happen as I go out of the box when we do score the goal. So it's going to be a bit of a journey here. Again, we're not planning on staying at Sheffield Wednesday for the whole thing. I just thought Sheffield Wednesday was a good starting point. Obviously, having the financial troubles in real life and just wanted to try and see if we can make ourselves somewhat of a club hero in these difficult times. Pre-season is upon us, and with 50 minutes to go, we are going to be subbed on for Ingelsson in the midfield as we take on Heidenheim, just trying to get our feet on the ground and see what we can do to try and make an influence early in this game. We are going to be looking for the corner to be taken short early, and we find ourselves on the ball. Back to Cooper. Cooper goes across to Valerie. Valerie's going to play it back to Chalobah, and we're going to dink this cross back to Chalobah. Let's potentially someone take a shot, and we do take a shot. Oh, and it would have been a brilliant influence as we had a couple of passes in the build-up play that nearly made inroads behind Heidenheim as it is 0-0 with just 12 minutes to go. Again, nothing really to worry about in pre-season. It's just minutes, it's fitness, it's trying to bed in with our new teammates and trying to get used to our role as a central midfielder. So hopefully as time goes on, we'll play a little bit higher up the pitch and be a little bit more attacking as time goes on. But for now, we are slotting in a centre mid in the system that Sheffield Wednesday play. Heidenheim ball into the box. Can we get the ball clear? Can we win the ball now? We do win the ball. Beat back to the ball. Good attacking defensive display from us. And Chalobah now finds ourselves as we're just going to keep the ball back and reset this play. And that's the kind of player we want to be. Just not forcing anything, just finding the pass when we need to and being that link-up man that hopefully absolutely everything goes through. And we're doing that now as Redmond's on the ball. We're going to make a darting run forward. We're going to have a shot from distance. And our first shot was impressive. Well, it wasn't a bad one. Nearly got ourselves to the score. And now we've got to do the hard work to try and get back. Big win in the midfield to Redmond. Redmond might now be able to create something, doesn't, and loses the ball. And now we're going to have to do some defensive work. First real test of defensive duties now. And we stop the ball coming into the box. We do force a long ball. Good positioning from us as free blows for offside. And a couple of substitutions are made. Not a bad debut though, 7.2 rating. Shot on target, a couple of nice passes. Only one loose call for a pass, I think we would call it. We do well. Again, linking up with Redmond nicely. That could be an early partnership that we see flourish as we are going to barrel forward and find ourselves in the attacking spot. Again, there's a chance here to take the lead. Big effort. And we're not on the corners. I am going to offer short. We're not the biggest player in the world, so I'm always going to look to potentially offer that outlet as can we stop this build-up play happening now as Beck's on the ball looking to tackle for Heidenheim. We're not going to dive in here. We're not going to get a silly yellow in pre-season, that's for sure. We've had a good solid 13 minutes as Traore's there, and we're going to try and hustle the ball back. We can't, but does enough. Going to be just about all she wrote. But we've not really put a foot wrong, to be fair, in the limited minutes we've had on the pitch. And the rating reflects that. We might just make a dart for the ball. We're going to call for the ball into the box. Can we find the head? No, we can't. Bush will clear, and I think that will be full time. It is a solid debut, though. Of course, the real action will start in a few weeks' time, but minutes under the belt. Second game of pre-season is upon us. We're coming on for club legend Barry Bannon with just under 10 minutes to go. Yeah, we're not necessarily going to make a very quick impact or a big impact, but again, just trying to string some passes together, try and keep this lead if we can, and try and see if we can put ourselves in the manager's good books. That's a good win on the edge of the box to Chalobah. We're going to call for a through ball. Ingelsson finds us. Can we get our first goal for the club? Oh, it's just wide. It was a good effort. That's the kind of play we want to make. We're not going to be afraid to get in behind and break lines and make some runs off the players. Linking up well with Chalobah. I'm liking the look of that partnership early doors on the ball. Just looking for something, not forcing it, being patient. Can we get the ball back? We do get the ball back. McNeil on the edge. We've got to play back into McNeil again. Can we get our first assist? It should have been the first assist, but McNeil couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. That's really good play from us. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And hopefully the manager is as well. We are still in that substitute position. I expect us to start the league season in that same run and potentially being an impact off the bench. But we keep playing like this with tackles like that, it won't be long before we are fighting for a starting position. Ingelsson on the ball, and again we're barrelling forward. Again we're just coming forward. Again the space is opened up. Can we get the shot away? We do. There is our first goal. Not some competitive football, but our first goal as a Sheffield Wednesday player, and that is a lovely, well-run ball. Bit of strength to brush off the man, and that is the positions we are going to find ourselves in time and time again. Linking up play, Chalobah through the middle. I'm not quite sure about the dig ball, but yeah, he worked. We do get a shot away. That's some nice football here in this pre-season tournament again. The real action will start in a couple of weeks, and that is when we're going to see our real test. That's when we're going to see what made us already. We've just found ourselves out of position a touch there, just daydreaming in forward land, dreaming of that cam position that we are not currently in. We are playing as a central midfielder in this system. Through ball chance for the host to maybe get one back. It won't matter if they do. Good save by Horvath in the goal, though. First time they threatened since we've been on the pitch in the last 10 minutes or so. But it is going to be another good performance, another 9+ rating. And this time a win. And our first goal under our belts. That will settle the nerves for sure for the young 17-year-old. Back on the pitch again in pre-season number 3. As we just try and cement our places coming off the bench again. 9 minutes again coming on for Barry Bannon. 2 good performances so far. We're 1-0 up again. And this is supposed to be the last game of pre-season, but I think we're currently top of this mini game. So it may mean that we play a knockout game potentially, or a final if we get to that far. I'm not entirely sure. I've never really done pre-season. You know, from my previous days, typically we don't do pre-season. But I thought, as this is the first time doing player career mode for some time, that we would do pre-season just to get ourselves used to the mechanics again and get ourselves used to the positioning in this new team. Do we look to play the ball forward? Do play the ball forward. He is going to be offside, and that won't help our rating out at all. On the ball again here is just put it to Ingleson and call for the ball in the midfield, and we'll look to go out wide. I say, as this career mode does go on, guys, please let me know down in the comments if you have any feedback, any tips, where you want me to see me go. As, of course, we do get offers, I will be looking for you to decide whether we stay or go, as I always do on the career mode. So all feedback is welcome. Hopefully you enjoy seeing a player career mode back. I know many of you new faces would never have seen me do a player career mode, as we've done manager career modes the last few times. So let me know down in the comments if this is something you want to see going forward. Stuck on the edge of the box here as we're just looking to create something, as we go to Ingleson and we'll look for the ball back from Ingleson. Do get it just about. It would have not been good for the ratings. We go to Shalabar, and we're going to make a run across the box now as Valerie's down the wing and beats his man, and we'll try and put the ball into the box. We're going to hover on the edge again. We're not the biggest in the world, so not looking to win headers, but the chance breaks down, unfortunately, for us. Again, I'm eager not to get involved all the time in attacking play and demand for the ball, and try and keep it as realistic to the position we're playing as possible. I will make those darting runs, though. You better believe that, as we look to get into some attacking positions. So we're just looking at to maybe do some defensive work here and try and win the ball back, as Kemper's on the ball. We're going to come across, can't cut the ball off. Still has to do some defensive work here, but good positioning all around. We'll just fill ourselves into the pocket. Chance here for a goal. Low. Ingleson going to call the ball back on the edge. Play it across one more to Shalabar. Shalabar to Ingleson. Lovely build-up play again. No width on offer, though, from Sheffield Wednesday, as Shalabar's on the ball. Ingleson now just waiting for the opportunity. Valerie on the edge. Patient build-up players. The clock is now running down. We will call for the ball. We will call for the ball. We'll have a pop from distance. Block is there. Referee's full-time whistle. Should go. Does go. It's another win. Didn't really contribute too much there, but didn't really do too much wrong. We will get plenty of games like that this season, I am sure. First game of the season then. Leicester away. We're coming on with just 5 minutes to play as Barry Bannon comes off the pitch. Now, we are down to 10 men. So it's currently 0-0, down to 10. Just trying to look to hopefully not concede here, as we're going to lose the ball. I mean, that was an ambitious ball at best, but not the ideal start to the season with a man being sent off. But we're just going to try and look to shore things up here and control the midfield and show why we should be playing. Training has gone well. I will continue to do. Say, if you do want to see me do the training, let me know down in the comments. I'm guessing that most of you won't want to see me do the training, but if you do, I'm more than happy to do so. Just let me know if that is something you want to see. We just control the ball as we go back. It's 86 minutes on the clock. Just looking to create some, looking to keep the ball. I would take a point after being 1-0 down. We are going to just try and do some defensive duties now and get ourselves back into position, because Mavidi is coming forward for Leicester City, and this is dangerous. On the opening day of the season, Horvath makes a massive save to keep the score at 0-0 for the time being. On a ball again, not the biggest in the world. I'm not sure how much use will be from a defensive point of view, but it won't matter, because Arizana header over the bar. Again, we're not going to call from it from the goal kick for the long ball. We will call for it from the short balls. We find ourselves out wide, and we'll just ping the ball back to Bernard. And we play quite narrow here, and I'm going to have to try and just shoehorn everything as we spread the play. Valerie to Shalabar. Can we make an option for Lowe? Can we make an option for Shalabar? No, we will just sit back. Nothing crazy here. And there's going to be plenty of times where we just need to dictate the play and just soak up a little bit of pressure. When you've got 10 men on the opening day of the season, that's what we're going to have to do. If Shalabar loses the ball now, can we get back? Can we force anything to happen? Can we win an interception? Can we just make the manager take note somewhat of our hard work rate? Fitness is not going to be an issue here. We have done plenty of work. It's putting a tackle there. Referee doesn't wave play on. Not going to do our rating any good, though, as Leicester are coming forward. Divock Origi now. Mavidi. Harry Winks on the edge of the box. Leicester City with so much class in this side. As we're going to come across big interception. Boot the ball clear. Panic job. Panic stations. Corner. Hopefully they don't score from this, as the interception was good. The clearance was somewhat panicked as we try and win the header. We can't win the header. Thierry on the edge of the box now. Fatoua. Good save from Horvath. Just to stem the flow. To late could be Valerie. Now making the option. I'm going to make the run. I'm going to continue to make the run. We're going to hold this up for Valerie. He's going to go down the wing. Wonderful ball from us. Can we get the ball back low on the edge of the box? No, his first touch wasn't great. His first touch was better. We were potentially in to ask for the ball to be pulled back to us on the edge, and you best believe we would have had a shot from there. As the clock is winding down and the referee will have a look at his whistle once, twice. We take the point on the road. A 6-minute cameo from us to make our professional debut. Not too bad. Couple of good interceptions, some key passes. Long way to go, though. Carabao Cup action. And with that, our first start as a professional footballer. Welcome to Northampton Town as we make our full debut as the manager. As like we've seen in training, and given a fairly young starter his first start in the big time. It's just a cup game. We've got plenty of work to do to get our starting place in the league, I'm sure, but training has been good and we have impressed him. We're coming forward now as the ball will go back, but Shaw's there to intercept the ball and we'll lose the ball for the first time. But a first full game starting again. How many minutes we play remains to be seen. Be surprised if we got the full 90. Of course, we need to put in a good performance to get that. Chance for Lowe to get on the ball. Shalabar now finds ourselves. We're going to play a through ball here to Ingleson. Chance here. Oh, would have been a special goal. We would have had a part to play in it as well, which would have been nice. But good early start here for Sheffield Wednesday as we just look to get into the second round of the Carabao Cup at the first time of asking. That's Northampton Town as Sawyer comes down the wing, goes inside to Campbell. We can't get across. Can anyone get across? Shalabar does really, really well to intercept the play. We're going to look to break quickly, break with pace as we're on the ball now. We are just going to cut this back and go out wide to Amos, who's going to come inside to us. We're going to switch the play out wide to the right-hand side to Valerie. Valerie goes inside to Ingleson. Good build-up play through the middle, and that midfield three with the CDM and two centre midfielders. Just looking to create something as we're a little bit deep here. Low on the edge of the box. We're going to have a pot from distance. Would have been special. The camera couldn't keep up with it, but it is just over the bar, unfortunately for us. Chance to have a look at the replay. Was a good effort. Just always rising. People were scrambling. Chance to a little bit of build-up play. Well, we're getting plenty of the ball in midfield. Our teammates are putting plenty of faith in us to keep the ball and just drive forward, and we are doing just that as Shaw wins the ball back, though. We do really well to win it back, though. Good bit of strength and determination shown. That will do our rating no harm at all. And we're just looking to patiently build up again through Amos. And Amos will find us. We'll go to Ingleson. Shalabar on the ball now. Just getting slow build-up play. Northampton with plenty of players behind the ball as we're looking to break the lines. We maybe had to do that now through Kadamateri. Shalabar. Can we get ourselves on the ball here? Can we create anything here? Can we try and wriggle away past Shaw? We can't. Shaw and ourselves finding ourselves in a big battle currently. Corner to Northampton early in the second half. We're at the front post, just trying to keep the ball away. Does get the ball out, and now we can potentially look to counter-attack. We're going to call for the through ball. We're going to get the through ball. Can we find Lowe, who's making the run forward? We can find Lowe, who's making the run forward. He is going to have to go alone here because there's nobody with him. Can we get up there with him? No, we can't. We'll fall back, though. Lowe just resets it. We couldn't just transition quick enough into the position to give him an option. That just comes from a lack of pace and a lack of game time. Shalabar on the ball. Can we make something happen here? Can we get another opportunity just to try and force something, try and make something happen if we can? Ingleson into Valerie. Shalabar is there. We will find Shalabar. Shalabar now into the chance. Chance for the edge of the area. Shoots just over the bar. Keeper was scrambling again. May look to change the camera angle because if it goes to the near touchline, I haven't got a great deal of visibility over where the ball is, so I may go to that slightly wider pro cam, I think. just so we can see a bit more of the pitch. 10 minutes to go. We're making the run. We're making the run. Kevin Bryant, Jamal shoots. Oh, it would have been our first assist. And it really should have hit the back of the net. Lowe took it first time. Could have probably taken another touch. That is exactly what we need to do, though. Just feed off Chalobah in that midfield and allow him to just feed us balls through. And that is the type of player we want to be. And it nearly paid off. But Northampton are coming down the other end with just 6 minutes left on the clock. Can we get ourselves back in position? We don't need to. Good defending. Full time in this one. I think it's straight to penalties. We are still on the pitch a full 90. We'll be absolutely knackered after this. Will the gaffer make us take a penalty in our first professional game? It is. We are going to be taking the first penalty. No pressure whatsoever. Hoskins steps up. Comfortable penalty scores. Here's our moment then. Our first penalty in our first full appearance as a professional footballer. Scores. What a penalty that is. Now it's over to our teammates. It's over to the keeper to try and make something happen. Good save. Horvath with a massive save to give us the advantage. Lowe now steps up. Our number 9 comfortably puts it away. 2-1 advantage Sheffield Wednesday. And Horvath make yet another save. Plays over the bar. Doesn't need to make a save. This would put us in complete control. Canamateri now steps up, scores. 3 really good penalties from ourselves and our teammates. Northampton have to score here if they want to see themselves still in with a chance of beating us on penalties. Campbell steps up, saved. Horvath is the hero. We go through it. It is well deserved. We were the much better team and we progress. And more importantly, we get our first professional goal. That would do us for episode number 1 then. A good solid start. Pre-season done. First couple of games under our belt. And as you can see from the top right, we are technically in the starting 11. I'm expecting that may change a little bit as the season goes on. We have got 4 points to spend. I think what we'll do is every time we score or assist, we'll be able to spend some points because I don't want to progress the player too quickly, too early. We did get man of the match in that cup game. But yeah, that is the plan going forward. We'll continue with the Glory Hunter save. We'll also bring you this save in tandem with it. So plenty more content coming your way. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in a few days for the next upload.